Nature's Mendacity. Lying is told by a very bright sun. In a rare miracle of complete honesty in the title of a book, the biologist Lixing Sun at Central Washington University has given us the liars of nature and the nature of liars. The liars of nature and the nature of liars, cheating and deception in the living world. Amazon.com, the liars of nature and the nature of liars, cheating and deception in the living world, audible audio. www.amazon.com. Sun's book would make nice reading in any course in Mendacity, the science of lies. Mendacity, the study of lies. Medium.com. Sun's book begins with a tour de force of lying and deceit throughout all of the kingdoms of biology, and then, in the second half, turns loose Sun's encyclopedic brilliance to the top predator of lying, humankind. Sun's tour of self-deception in humans, starting in Chapter 7, is stunningly comprehensive. Another quite complimentary book is by J. Bowyer Bell, called Cheating and Deception. Lixing Sun's considerable light on the subject of lying is best paired with Bell's bright light on it, Cheating and Deception, a book everyone should read. Medium.com, where J. Bowyer Bell wrote The Definitive History of Humankind's Lying along with an Applied Theory of Types. Lixing Sun shines his light on the current ecology of liars with a simplified theory, which can be directly extracted from Bell's. Bell proposes 6 types of cheat that apply both to lies and deceit in all of nature. These 6 come in 2 groups of 3, hiding and showing the actual deceit. Hiding is the usual idea of secreting the deceit from the victim. Showing openly exposes a real truth in order to deceive. In both groups of 3, there are 2 types of factual falsification, one full and one partial. But the third type is where the hiding is by dazzling the victim with an obvious factual lie, or showing a decoy with an apparent truth. Sun's applied theory fits quite neatly and cleanly into Bell's applied theory by distinguishing 2 and not 6 types. He calls these the 2 laws of lying. In a personal communication, he indicated these were not meant to be scientific laws, but we will see how they might be. The first law is the familiar idea of factual lying, and the second is a deceit by misdirecting the victim with an evident truth. Sun's first law of factual lying is Bell's 4 types of factual falsification, using hiding or showing. Sun's second law is dazzling or decoying, where the victim just thinks he is seeing the whole truth. Sun calls the second law exploiting a cognitive loophole. It's a misdirection from the real lie with an evident truth. While both Sun and Bell recognize, in passing, that it is human natural language that has amplified humanity into the top predator position, neither were equipped with the linguistic or computational cognitive science background to fully appreciate the scientific significance of their work. Neither understood or at least explained how the recent evolution of human natural language slung the human organism into fodder for a science of lies that reveals fairly clearly what neurons do for a living. 100 billion sources of hate between your ears, or the fundamental symmetry of brain computation. Medium.com. And once you understand what neurons do for a living, you understand why the 2 theories of types are complete and how they play a role in how the human brain computes. The role. Human natural language allows 2 humans to communicate with each other, cortex to cortex, in the most evolved way possible. Indeed, Sun's neat title, The Liars of Nature and the Nature of Liars, is understood as a computation which shows that any noun can predicate any other noun to yield a new meaning. This is as computationally important as the fact that it is always possible to create a context in which a sentence is true or false, or a misdirection or not. The predication computation provides the natural source of the applied theory of types, which both Bowyer and Sun can understand as comprehensive and complete. Why? Well, the scientific theory says that since predication is complete as a theory of what neurons do for a living, then both lies and truth are completely characterized by the same laws and, simply, there is nothing left for conversation between 2 brains speaking most efficiently to each other about what each brain knows. This teaches us rather directly how we can get our good lies back and sack the bad ones. We can do this by actively learning how others dissect supposed truths and lies. Sign up at truthcourt.net to take the media to court to reach verdicts about truth and lies, not people, with your fellows. It's free. My book on the science, How to Get Your Lies Back. Amazon.com, How to Get Your Lies Back Audible Audio Edition. Robert Thibodeau, Daniel Greenberg, Previst Publishing. www.amazon.com. That said, there is still a lot more to learn scientifically to reveal the details of how 100 billion deep learning computation engines between your ears perform the miracle of brain-to-brain communication for you, the top predator.